If you're not married, you shouldn't be having sex for the following reason. You might get sexual transmitted illnesses, depending on the sex education that you have received. Maybe you do not know that if you sleep with someone without protection, there is an exchange of fluids between you two that usually comes with illnesses. Maybe the person that you're sleeping with have got HIV and AIDS, or they've got other diseases that you can attract by just sleeping with them. Another thing, thus we might think that it only affects the women. It's just that the woman is the one who bears most of the consequences. This is teenage pregnancy. The women tend to be the one to carry the baby, and the father that just continues on with life. So what happens to you as a woman when you're pregnant and you're still in school, you're pregnant and you have to study? This is definitely going to affect your studies. It's going to affect your concentration. It's going to affect how you structure your life going forward. Because the truth is, you can't take a baby back. The baby is forever. Once you hold that baby in your hand, it becomes your responsibility. And maybe you're from a background where you don't have anybody who's gonna be able to take care of the baby. Or even if you do have that person, some families will want to teach you a lesson to say that take care of your child. You might even find yourself having to drop out of school so that you can take care of your child. So stay away from sex. And for the men, you are still in school, right? But already there are financial needs that are required from your side. It might even affect your family because you are still a child. Maybe, for example, you're still a learner, you're still going to school, you don't have a job. So that means that it's going to incur more financial responsibilities on your parents or your guardians. And as you grow older, let's say maybe you go to university and then you get a job. Even with that, you already have the number one responsibility that you still need to take care of. That is your baby, meaning that you still have to take care of your baby before you even get to enjoy your money, before you even get to enjoy yourself. Some of you might not even get the privilege to go to varsity because there's a baby waiting. The baby needs to be fed, so you end up dropping out of school. You have to start looking for piece job, you have to start looking for jobs, and dreams killed. Another reason why you shouldn't be having sex is it clouds your judgment about the person that you're with. Let's say, for example, it's in a case of you are trying out a relationship and you're trying to figure out if you should be with this person or not. The minute you introduce sex into the picture, your judgment about this person becomes clouded because there is an emotional connection, meaning that you might end up being with the person whom you know that you're settling for only because you can't just detach from this person. Like there is just something that keeps drawing you back to this person. Let's say maybe even if you break up in future, but you just find yourself finding your way back to this person. This might even ruin your future relationships. Maybe because you end up cheating with this person because now you are emotionally connected with them. And the last two reasons as to why I highly recommend that you do not have sex is sex is for marriage and sex is a sin if you're not married. So growing up, I used to be told that sex is bad, it's not nice and but now that I'm older and I'm listening to more of married couples, they are sharing a good light in terms of sex is very good in marriage. You have it without the guilt. You have it without feeling like you're dishonoring God. You have it with freedom. So it's best that you do not live this life of you live in shame, you're constantly feeling guilty, you're constantly feeling like you're killing your relationship with God, So wait to have this thing in covenant. Am I saying you're not going to feel like having sex? No, you are going to have sexual urges. Why? Because we are sexual beings. That is how we are created. But having those feelings doesn't mean that we can act on them or we have a right to act on them. This is where we learn to allow the Holy Spirit to help us exercise self-control. And when you're sleeping with someone, you're creating soul ties, right? You're creating covenants. When sex is in marriage, it means that it strengthens the covenant with your husband. But now when you're having outside sex, that means that you're going to form a lot of covenant with a lot of people. This is where You even attract certain kinds of demons, you even attract certain kind of demons, certain kind of spirits around you, because you have connected yourself with these people. You find yourself battling with what they are battling with. But when you are having it in covenant of marriage, that means that you're only dealing with this one person, and this one person is only dealing with you, meaning that whatever form of ties that you're accumulating from them, you can be able to deal with them for once, and then you move on, and then life becomes better. So sex, it's for marriage. Sex is to be enjoyed in marriage. But now let's say your friends, or you just have peer pressure, people around you are having sex, or maybe men are leaving you, or women are leaving you because you do not want to have sex with them outside marriage. Do not give in on such temptations. We've been through them. We've been through all the struggle, so we know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We know that there is somebody that God has prepared for you, who is not going to pressurize you into having sex with them. So stand your ground, stand your ground, stand your ground. And if you're already engaged in it, you can still be celibate. If you haven't started, please do not start. Protect yourself, protect you. Nobody's going to protect you the way you can protect yourself. And that's it from me for this episode. If you've got more things to share on this topic as to why you shouldn't have sex if you're not married, drop them on the comment section down below, and let's talk about this. While you're at it, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and share this video to the people that you know very well that it can be very much helpful to them. My name is Poppy, and this is the channel where we talk about everything teenagers. You can also use as the conversation starter in your houses. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.